This is RTC Replay, programs you can hear at oldtimeradiolisten.com. This is the Radio Theater Channel. The Hermit's Cave, Hansen's Ghost, 1944.
Ghost stories. Weird stories. And murders, too. The Hermit knows of them all. Turn out your lights. Turn them out. Have you heard the story of Hansen's ghost? Then listen while the Hermit tells you the story.
I'm glad that you two people came to me to talk this matter over.
Well, we're glad, Dr. Thorndyke, that there is someone we can talk with before we go to see Uncle Hansen.
I'm really all against going up to his old house, but Marion feels because it was her father's last request before he died that she see him, well, we decided to make the trip. I understand.
We might as well tell Dr. Thorndyke the truth, Douglas. My father also said that Uncle Hansen has a great deal of money. He felt that it should be left to Douglas and me.
You were the only rightful heir.
Dad said that if Uncle Hansen knew us, got acquainted with us, he might come to his senses and leave some of it to us.
You make us sound awfully mercenary, Mary.
Well, it should belong to me. Uncle Hansen cheated my father out of part of the estate.
Yes, I remember. You see, Mr. Randall, your wife's uncle and I went to medical school together. So Marion told me.
Then, when we planned to leave New York and come to see him, I thought it best that we write to you first and find out about Uncle Hansen.
I'm glad you did. Marion wrote to her uncle and never heard from him. I'm not surprised.
So, here we are in Mohawk. And, Dr. Thorndyke, you said in your letter that Uncle Hansen was very queer, that you wouldn't advise us to stay at his house.
True.
So before we go there, Douglas thought you should explain to us.
Just what is wrong with him, Dr. Thorndyke? Well, first of all, no one in Wohawk ever goes to see him. Second, he lives in an old, bleak house that in itself has a grim past.
Oh.
Now, you may think I'm the one who is queer when I tell you this, but there is scarcely a person here who doesn't believe that the house is haunted. Some old superstition? Yes. But as far as I can see, it must have some truth to it.
And Uncle Hansen lives there all alone?
No. An old servant, a shy, crafty, almost demented-looking fellow lives there with him. I don't want to frighten you unnecessarily, but 2 years ago, I made a visit at the old house.
You saw Uncle Hansen?
Yes, at his request. You see, while your uncle and I were studying in medical school together, he had begun to show signs of strangeness. Yes? He was experimenting with a strange theory. He believed that he could recall from the dead the soul of some individual, and that the soul he recalled could return to the body of some person living in the present.
Merciful heaven.
Terrible, isn't it? The man must have been crazy then. Oh, he was very serious about it.
But why work on such an inhuman theory?
Because he felt that to return a soul from the dead was the only way of perpetuating life. If he could recall from the dead a soul that had passed beyond before its time, and could get it to live in another body, then the person could go on living. Preposterous. He claimed that someday he would prove it. He claimed that he himself would never die, for he would get some dead soul to occupy his body. And this way he might retain perpetual life. It's all pretty awful and muddled.
To think that such a crazy man was my father's brother.
As I started to tell you, 2 years ago, his old servant brought me a letter asking me to come that particular evening and see Dr. Hansen. I drove over to his house that night, walked the door, rang the bell.
Yes?
It's Dr. Thorndyke.
Huh, I see. Come in.
Keep it dark in here. I can't see where I'm going.
The doctor needs it dark for his work. We don't care for the light.
Will you tell Dr. Hanson that I'm here?
He expects you. You can follow me up these stairs.
All right. Can we have a light to see by?
Your eyes will grow accustomed to the darkness like mine do.
What was that sound?
Did you hear it?
Not only heard it, but I felt as if some icy hand had reached out and touched my face. Almost clawed at me. There. I felt it again. Something touched my face again. Come in. Hello, Philip.
So you came, Thorndyke.
Yes.
I sent for you to prove my theory to you, Dr. Thorndyke.
Yes, Philip?
And don't look at me as if you thought I was demented. I'm not crazy.
I never thought you were demented. Only obsessed.
Dr. Thorndyke was visited by one of the wandering spirits on the way upstairs.
Really?
Something cold brushed against my face, if that's what you mean.
The spirits that roam this house were trying to be kind to you. Trying to get into your body. Trying to give you new life. You're lucky.
So, you're still working on that old theory, are you?
Working? I have it practically complete.
Now listen, Philip, if this is what you called me over tonight for, I can't stay and listen. I have calls to make.
You always scoffed at me, didn't you? Never believed I could do it.
Why would you want to do it, Philip?
I have found a young soul that died too soon. The spirit of a man who was stabbed by his own wife.
What do you mean?
In this very house. Yes, he lived here. We know. Don't we know, Thrail?
Yes, we know.
A young man who was stabbed by his wife. She went to prison for it.
I remember the story.
But about the spirit of that man, I'm able to recall. You did not know.
Philip, this is nonsense.
I'm about ready to call that spirit forth and get it to take abode in my body.
Philip Hanson, I won't stay here and listen to such balderdash.
You know what it will mean to me. I shall never die. Never. For once I've recalled one spirit to come and live in my body, I can recall others.
I'm leaving.
Wait, not yet. I shall never die. I shall have years and years to use my money. No one will be able to take it from me. It shall be mine for years to come, long after you are dead.
I have no desire to live beyond my time, Philip.
But I have.
I'm going.
Wait. I shall show you my experiment. Then you can go if you wish.
What do you have cooking in that kettle? And in these test tubes?
The essence of spirits. Turn down all the lights, Thrail.
Yes, sir.
Now I shall pass my body through the fumes coming from the steaming kettle. I shall put the fumes all about myself. Watch, and to make no sound. Now.
There is something moving there in the darkness. I see it.
Quiet.
Where's the door? Let me out of here. I shan't stay another minute. Let me out of here. Get away from me, whatever you are. Get away. Where's the door? I've got to get away. Got to get away. Get away from here. Get away. Away!
Thorndyke flees from the house. frightened by the strange, weird things he has seen. Is it true that Dr. Hansen is able to make a dead spirit return? Or is it something he and his demented servant has conjured up to frighten people away? The hermit will tell you before the night is done.
I'm sure I ran out of that house yelling, "I've got to get away."
Oh, how horrible.
The man is positively crazy.
That's what I thought. But he did conjure up something. I saw it.
It's unbelievable.
I know it is. That's why I hated to tell the authorities. But I finally did ask them to go up there and investigate.
What did they say?
They saw him in the afternoon. They said he was sitting downstairs reading and acted perfectly normal.
What do you think?
So they reported that he was perfectly harmless. Merely a wealthy, eccentric old man who makes a study of dead spirits.
Why didn't you ever write my father of your visit?
You can see how impossible it sounds.
Yes, of course.
The more I thought about it, the more like a bad dream it seemed to be. I began to feel as if I was the crazy one.
Dr. Thorndyke, have you seen my uncle since?
No, not since.
Do you think he would harm us, Doctor?
No, I think his mind is weak, but I think he's harmless.
If we went to see him in the daytime, there'd be no danger, would there?
I don't think so. But I thought you ought to know my story first.
Marion, you don't want to go up to the house after hearing Dr. Thorndyke's story.
If Dr. Thorndyke thinks he's harmless, then to pay him a visit wouldn't be dangerous.
It's up to you, Marion.
I think we'll go. Tomorrow. And thank you, Dr. Thorndyke, for telling us your story.
Perhaps it's all over now. It may be it was only shadows. Natural shadows and natural sounds that I heard and saw in that old house. Yet it was such a weird experience. I shall never forget it.
Are you nearly ready to go down to dinner, Douglas?
Yes, dear. Just fixing my tie.
You know, the more I think about it, the more it seems as if Dr. Thorndyke who's demented.
I know it.
We've been visiting here 3 days at Uncle Hanson's, and I haven't seen him do one strange thing.
Only this creaky old house gives me the jitters in the night.
Oh, it's like all old houses.
I could have sworn someone opened our door in the night and crept in.
It's the story Thorndyke told. We're too much on our guard. Everything has a double meaning to us now.
Maybe you're right.
Sure, I am. And Uncle Hanson has been awfully kind to us, and so pleased to see him.
Uh-huh.
Even this old servant of his isn't bad. He's been kind, too.
He cooks good meals for an old duffer, doesn't he?
Yes. And do you know what he said to me, Douglas?
What?
Well, he told me yesterday that Uncle Hanson was so glad we came to see him. So glad that you and I were sensible.
Uh-huh.
And that now he could die peacefully, knowing that we wouldn't waste his money for him.
Well, it's all turning out better than I anticipated.
Huh? You ready to go down to dinner?
Already.
He still works in his laboratory long hours, doesn't he?
Yes.
I asked him last night to let me see it, and he said perhaps he might tonight.
Why do you want to go up there?
Oh, just to see what he does. You can see that he's completely forgotten trying to restore dead spirits. I'm not afraid of him, honey.
I guess you're right.
So, I just want to see what he does do up there in that room. Maybe we can tonight.
Listen. What was that? Marion, wake up. I thought I heard our door creak open.
What, Douglas?
Sure as anything, I thought I heard our door creak open.
I was asleep. I didn't hear anything.
If there were only electric lights in this house. Where's that darn candle?
There was one on the bedside table.
I can't find a thing groping around in this dark.
You've got yourself upset from visiting Uncle's laboratory. But he did have the most queer-looking gadgets up there, didn't he?
Yes. Now, if I can only find a match. Darn it. Where did that wind come from? It blew the light right out.
Oh, why don't you forget it? You just heard some board creak. There isn't anything in here.
Darn funny creaks.
It's strange how you're more upset than I am.
I'd just as soon move out any time, I can tell you.
I'm not frightened anymore. Good night, dear.
Good night. Now, what was that sound? Marion, something cold passed over my throat. Marion.
Douglas, what is it?
Get away from me. Marion.
Douglas, there's something standing right over you. I can see it. Douglas! Oh, help!
Help!
Don't move. This won't take long.
Oh, it's Thrail. Thrail, what are you doing? Get away. Get away from here.
Leave me alone if you know what's good for you.
Get out of our room. I'm going to call my uncle.
Get his hands off my throat. Get them off my throat. Help!
Uncle Hanson, help! Help!
Let go! Let go of me! Hey, stop! We won't need the dead spirit of Mr. Randall. The other one has come back.
The other one has come back?
Yes, come, all of you, to my laboratory. I captured the spirit trail as it wandered about the house tonight. It's hidden in my laboratory.
That is good.
If my experiment works, Thrail, then it may be we can get a young spirit for you. Then you can live on, too.
Oh, Douglas.
Now, all is dark in here. Very dark. Only the fumes from my kettle. That is all.
If anyone speaks and frightens the spirit away, we'll make away with him.
Oh, Douglas, they're both crazy.
Quiet, both of you. So you thought you could get my money, did you? You thought I was going to die. No, I shall live many, many years.
Here's the kettle.
Yes. And now the dagger that we found in this house. The dagger that was used to kill the dead spirit lurking in this room. Bring it to me. I'll stir the kettle with it.
Here it is, Doctor.
Yes. Now all very quiet, very dark, very still. And the fumes are rising. See, they cover me. Now, spirit, dead soul, wherever you are, come out. Come out. Spirit is here. Can you hear his voice? It's getting lighter. Can you see?
Look. Over there. A shadow is taking form. Look.
There is some light. It is approaching me. Look. It is coming near me. Yes, I'm coming closer.
I see him. Look.
It's going right up to Uncle Hanson.
You wanted to call me back. Well, I am here, and I shall enter your body, just as you wish. Dr. Hanson, I'm disappearing.
Merciful heavens. What's happening?
Look, see. Before you stands another man. He's done it. He's no longer Dr. Hanson. The spirit has entered his body.
I'm back again. See this dagger in my hand. I'm back again. So you thought my wife killed me long ago, did you? Well, she didn't. I killed myself.
Oh, look.
I tried to kill her just as I'm going to kill you, Thrail.
No.
Yes, just as I'm going to kill you now.
Have mercy. Dr. Hanson, come back. Take the spirit out of your body. He's going to kill me. Help! Help!
You wanted to bring me back, didn't you?
Save me! Save me! Help!
Mary,
Help!
don't move. Stand right where we are. I'll see if I can save him.
Help! Help!
Rail.
Help!
Here, this way. Here.
Oh.
Now, stand back with me, out of the way.
Oh, look.
I couldn't kill my wife long years ago, and I can't kill you. But I can kill myself again. Yes.
What is he doing?
You brought me back into your body, Dr. Hansen, only so that I might kill myself again. Now the dagger's through my heart.
He's killed himself.
Here, let me light a candle so that I can see. Where's the candle?
Here, Douglas.
There.
Oh, it's Uncle Hansen. Look, he's on the floor, dead. The dagger through his heart.
Yes, the spirit returned and did the same act that it did when it was living. We didn't count on that.
But, Douglas, it's only Uncle Hansen here. He's killed himself, and he tried to kill his servant.
But we did hear another voice, didn't we?
Of course you did. It was the spirit that wanders this house. And the Dr. Hansen tried to get into his own body.
Oh, it's so terrible.
But it didn't work. It didn't work like he thought. The spirit came back and did the same deed all over.
The ghost returned, as Dr. Hansen wanted it to, and entered his body. But it killed, just as it had when it was on Earth before. Yes. Turn on your lights. Turn them on.
The Radio Theater Channel. OldTimeRadioListen.com. Mystery House, The Thirsty Death, 1944.
This is Bela Lugosi welcoming you to Mystery House.
Mystery House, starring Bela Lugosi. Mystery House, where live again the stories of the greatest mystery theater the world has ever known, the Grand Guignol of Paris. Mystery House, where tonight the distinguished actor John Carradine joins Bela Lugosi in presenting The Thirsty Death. Good evening, folks. This is Ken Carpenter. If I sound a little nervous, it's not really my fault. I'm usually a pretty steady guy, calm as anyone, but, well, this is asking too much. Bela Lugosi alone is enough to scare you. John Carradine isn't exactly soothing to your nerves, but put them together in a story set in darkest Africa with mad dogs howling in the background and, whew, well, find out for yourself. Curtain rises on The Thirsty Death, starring Bela Lugosi and his guest at Mystery House, John Carradine. Do you hear those native drums? Do you know what they're saying? Yves Plazant does. That is why our heart is pounding to the mounting cadence of those ceaseless drums.
That's why she's hurrying faster, hurrying through the North African forest in the oppressive heat of this humid afternoon. And that is why Mollard, her native houseboy, follows unwillingly, his eyes rolling fearfully in their wide sockets.
Mollard, faster. Walk faster.
Missus, please, better we go back.
Don't talk such nonsense.
But, Missus, thirsty death walks. All around us is thirsty death. You hear, Missus? Do you hear?
Stop gibbering like a frightened child. Anyway, we've gone too far to turn back now. We're almost halfway to the village.
No, better we go back. Better we... go back.
Mollard! Mollard, don't leave me here alone. Mollard! Let me in. Open the door and let me in.
Eve, it is you.
Renee.
Why, I couldn't believe my own ears. Come in.
Oh, I had no idea this was your house, Renee. I knew you lived somewhere near here, but...
What happened?
I was on my way to the village when Mollard, my houseboy, became frightened and ran away. There was a mad dog somewhere near.
Well, so I have something to thank the epidemic for, after all. Who would have thought back in Paris that we should meet again like this?
Oh, Renee, please.
Yes, forgive me. I was so taken away at seeing you. Sit down. Let me pour you some water.
Oh, thank you.
Here, drink. Not so fast, Eve. Make yourself ill.
More, please.
Well, just a little more will be all right, I suppose.
I never knew before what thirst could mean.
And imagine those poor devils out there, hundreds of them who have hydrophobia. Eve, whatever induced you to set foot outside your door?
Oh, it was foolhardy of me, I know. But my husband had to leave for the coast, to be gone at least a week. And the prospect of being shut in all alone, except for my terrified houseboy.
Yes, the natives are in a dreadful panic. My own houseboy, Gildas, ran off and deserted me yesterday. But you say you were on your way to the village.
Well, perhaps you know the Chabours. I was going to stay with them until Francois, my husband, returned.
Eve, are you happy with him?
Him? You mean my husband? Of course we're happy. Very happy.
Then why, when I first learned who the new doctor and his wife were, did you send back word by Gildas that I would not be welcome in your home?
Because
you were afraid that seeing me might rekindle our love? Wasn't that it?
No, René. It's because Francois is such a jealous husband.
Middle-aged men with beautiful young wives usually are.
Well, I'm rested now. I must be on my way to the village if I'm to make it by nightfall.
But you can't go out there again.
I must. Oh, René, you loved me once.
I love you still.
Then go with me. Take me to the village.
Very well. But you're still tired. Rest a bit longer, then we'll start.
Strange, isn't it, René, that fate should bring us together again like this?
Strange and wonderful. And doesn't it prove something to you, Eve? When you sent me away back there in Paris, because your parents wished you to marry this Dr. Plassant, I chose the farthest, most inaccessible, most uncivilized spot I could think of.
And yet, here I am, too.
Eve.
With my husband.
Does he know that you were once in love with another? With me?
With another, yes. I'm not sure. Oh, those dogs.
You set one's spine a-tingling. But I'll have my gun, of course.
Francois was telling me about the Boivin child. Hydrophobia turned him into such a snarling, howling, frothing beast that they had to smother him between two mattresses.
Oh, it's a ghastly disease. And yet there are fools, criminal fools, who refuse to obey the order that all dogs be killed. I didn't hesitate to kill all 4 of my pets. Eve, why do you suddenly look at me like that?
Oh, nothing.
There's a dog in your home, isn't there?
Yes.
But that's sheer folly.
Francois refuses to do away with him. That's another reason why I couldn't bear to remain home. I was afraid.
What manner of man is this husband of yours?
Well, he says he needs the dog for experiments. Please, Rene, we mustn't delay any longer. It gets dark so suddenly out here.
Very well. I'll get my gun.
Rene,
What's the matter?
somebody's outside.
Probably Gildas, that fool houseboy of mine, coming back at last.
No, it...
Eve, who was it you said you saw just through the windows? Why do you?
My husband.
Your husband? But I thought you said.
He mustn't find me here, Rene. He's so insanely jealous, he'll think... He mustn't find me here.
Wait, go upstairs. There's a bedroom.
All right.
Who's there? Oh, good evening.
Good evening, monsieur. I'm Dr. Plaisant.
Oh, the new doctor. Well, won't you come in?
Thank you.
I am René Bramont.
Yes, I've heard of you. I think that back in Paris we had a mutual friend.
You must be mistaken, my dear doctor. I am from Marseille.
So?
Oh, sit down. I'll pour you a glass of anisette.
Well, you are an obliging host.
To your health, Dr. Plaisant.
And yours, Monsieur Bremont. Splendid liqueur. I must say, a comfortable place you have here.
Thank you, Doctor.
This, I presume, is your living room. Where do you sleep?
Why, there's a room at the head of the stairs.
No other rooms in the lodge?
No, it's a very small place.
Just the kind of place that would appeal to my wife. We're thinking of building next year, and if you don't mind, I like to take a look at the bedroom.
No. That is, I'd rather you didn't.
Oh. The bedroom is occupied, perhaps?
Of course not. I'm here all alone.
Then?
Well, Doctor, I might as well confess.
Yes?
Gildas, my houseboy, deserted me yesterday. Well, the bedroom is in a frightful mess. I must ask you to wait until some other time to see it.
As you wish.
And now, Doctor, at the risk of seeming a rude host, I must remind you that it will soon be dark.
You think I should be on my way?
After all, Dr. Plaisant, you of all people should be aware of the menace that lurks in the forest. There's still mad dogs loose, and after dark...
Oh, yes. Those mad dogs. And me completely out of serum.
Out of serum? Good heavens! Can't you get some more?
The whole district has run out. I intended leaving for the coast today to get a supply, but...
Yes?
But something very significant came to my attention. So I sent someone else.
Doctor, it's such a long trip. Why, this means that for at least a week, every case of hydrophobia in this district must necessarily be fatal.
Yes, monsieur. And what ghastly cases we had. Death so horrible that even I, who have seen so much of death, was utterly revolted.
And yet you are so rash as to keep a dog in your own house.
What's that, monsieur? What's that? You know I have a dog? Then she told you.
She? Why, I don't know who you mean.
Who told you?
Gildas, my houseboy, Gildas. You know how these natives chatter. He heard it from your houseboy.
A most unusual servant, that Gildas. First leaves your bedroom a frightful mess so that I can't see it. And now he tells you about the dog.
Dr. Plaisant, you must do away with the dog. It's too dangerous. Why, just think if your wife...
Your solicitude for my wife's safety touches me deeply, Monsieur Bremont. Too bad she couldn't be along with me on this visit.
Yes, it is.
But perhaps we shall all three be together quite soon. Goodbye, monsieur.
Goodbye, Doctor. Yeah. Eve, you can come down now.
Oh, Rene. Oh, I was so frightened. I can hardly stand.
You're pale as a ghost. Here, sit down.
I thought he'd never go. When he asked to see the bedroom...
Eve, he knew you were here.
You think so?
His very manner in asking to see the bedroom. And his reaction when I forgot myself and spoke of the dog.
Yes. I tried to tell myself otherwise, but I know it's true. Didn't he even speak of a mutual friend in Paris? He meant me.
Of course.
He knows we were once sweethearts. And now, the way things happen...
Don't, Eve, don't. I can't bear to see you like this. And what if he does know? You've done no wrong. God knows you've been a faithful wife.
But I told you how jealous Francois is. He'll never believe the truth, never.
What kind of a devil is he? That you should cower and cringe before him.
Oh, you don't know what he's capable of.
Then why don't you divorce him? You don't love him, you never have.
He'd never consent to a divorce. He's told me so.
Then leave him anyway. Eve, darling, come away with me. Come away to the other end of the earth. I'll make you happy, I swear I will. Everything we once hoped and dreamed together.
Oh, Rene, don't, please. You're only making me feel worse. As long as I'm his wife, I couldn't.
Yes. I suppose I knew that.
Look, night is closed in already. We've got...
Eve, what's the matter? If I hadn't caught you then, you'd have fallen.
Oh, it's just nerves. I'll be all right. We've got to start for the village at once, Rene.
But you're in no condition to ever make it, Eve. Do you realize how far it is?
Yes, but
Those mad dogs prowling in the blackness of the forest?
But I can't stay here.
Why not? You can have the bedroom upstairs. I'll sleep down here on the couch.
Do you think he'd ever believe that?
Listen, I have an idea. Why didn't I think of it before? Some friends of mine, an elderly couple, have a place down by the river. I'll take you there at dawn. They'll say you were here, you were there all the time.
You really think they will?
Positive. And Eve, we were probably wrong about your husband knowing you were here. We just imagined things. Everything's going to turn out all right. What is it? What's the matter?
Oh, Rene. Oh, I had such a terrible nightmare. I woke up screaming.
Poor thing. Why, you're actually trembling.
What time is it?
Well, as a matter of fact, we'd have had to get up soon anyway. It's just about dawn.
Well, then, if you don't mind, I'll go back downstairs with you. I hate to be alone.
Sure thing. I'll start right in fixing breakfast. I had a restless night, too. Wouldn't be a bit surprised if I was going to have another bout of malaria.
My head's spinning. And I ache all over.
Sit down. I light the lamp.
Yes, too. This eerie blackness.
Here's a match.
Oh, there. The light from the lamp makes me feel better already. I can almost laugh at my horrible dream now.
Was it about the dogs?
Yes, about the little dog Nero that my husband refused to kill. I dreamed that right before my eyes, the dog changed in the shadowy figure of a man.
No wonder you woke up screaming.
But that was only the beginning of the dream. It seemed to me that I woke up there in the bedroom upstairs, and the shadowy figure was leaning over me. I was so paralyzed with fright I couldn't move.
And then what happened?
And then I heard this thing go out of my room and close the door. And it seemed to me that I lay there an eternity, trying to scream but unable to utter a sound. Finally, I found my voice.
Eve.
Rene, you do look ill. I hadn't noticed before how...
Eve, I had a strange dream, too. I also dreamed that a shadowy figure was moving about in here.
No.
And then I dreamed the figure went out and barred the doors and windows from the outside.
Rene, look. The windows are barred.
Yes.
Quick. The door, test it.
Well, we must still be dreaming. It can't be. It's true. The door is locked and barred from the outside. Whoever you are there, open the door.
We've got to get out of here. We've got to get out of here.
Well, I hope you're not frightened yet, because this isn't anything. Wait till you hear Bela Lugosi and John Carradine in the second act of The Thirsty Death. And wait till you hear those howling dogs. Yves Plaisant and René Bermond beating senselessly on the barred door. The barred door which keeps them prisoners there in Monsieur Bermond's lodge, remote in the North African forest. As we return to them now on the ghostly dawn, the door in a fit of panic, still shouting hopelessly for help.
Stop, Eve! Stop! Stop it, Eve! We're behaving like panicky children. We've got to be calm. We've got to think this thing through like rational human beings.
Calm, Rene. Rational?
Yes, of course. We wake up and find the door and windows barred from the outside. Now, is that any reason to give way to terror?
Shadowy figure, Rene. He must have had a purpose. A ghastly purpose.
Nonsense. He only existed in your imagination. And I dare say you transplanted him to mine. For all we know, Gildas may have done this just as a joke.
You don't really believe that, Rene.
Certainly I do. Or if it wasn't Gildas, maybe it was some native with a twisted sense of humor.
Oh, Rene, we've got to get out of here.
Naturally, and it shouldn't be very difficult if we use our heads. Now then, let's see. Why, of course. I have a hatchet over here in the drawer.
Oh, Rene.
Gone.
Rene, he took it. Whoever locked us in took it.
Now, don't get hysterical again. I can always fire my revolver, and maybe it tries help that way.
Oh, then hurry.
Let's see. The cartridges are over here in the other drawer. No.
Cartridges. They're gone, too.
Yes. They're gone, too.
Rene, the door. Somebody's there.
It's opening. Dr. Prezant.
Good morning, Monsieur Bremond. And Eve, my dear wife. Aren't you happy to see your devoted husband again?
You locked us in, didn't you?
Yes, it was you.
Stand where you are, monsieur. I shall feel impelled to use my gun.
Dr. Prezant, what sort of comedy do you think you're playing?
A romantic one, but only as a supporting player. I'm sure you'll be the first to admit that.
Oh, no, Francois. It isn't true what you're thinking.
We can explain everything if you'll only give us a chance.
Yes, I'm sure it would be a most ingenious alibi.
You blind, stupid, jealous fool. I demand that you let us out of here at once.
Let you out? Oh, no, I couldn't do that. It would be criminal.
Criminal?
Decidedly, you are dangerous.
What riddles are you speaking now?
Not riddles, facts.
Oh, he's gone mad, completely mad.
No, my dear wife, I'm not mad, but unfortunately, it will soon be impossible to say the same about one of you.
What?
Which one? Me?
Perhaps. And then again, perhaps it is she. Who knows?
What are you talking about?
Tell us what you have to say and be done with it.
Very well, Monsieur Bremond. Remember telling me that I ought to have killed my little dog.
What about it?
I have been forced to follow your advice, monsieur. You see, the dog had become rabid.
Oh.
But what has that to do with us?
Patience. What will interest you particularly is that last night, after I killed the poor dog, I filled my hypodermic needle with its saliva.
With its saliva?
Yes, its saliva, brimming with hydrophobia. And then I came back here. Came back all the way through the forest. I came back with my hypodermic needle.
And it was really you. You that I saw leaning over my bed.
And then you injected the needle into me. You monster! You infected us both!
No, not both. Just one of you. Don't you remember my saying?
Oh, which one?
Which one did you infect?
Was it me?
Or me, in the name of heaven, man?
Very soon you'll find out. But very soon, the one who is infected will begin to feel the symptoms. You're quite unmistakable, I assure you. First, just a general feeling of sickness, steadily growing worse.
And I'm the one. I woke up feeling ill.
And what about me? I thought it was malaria.
Next will come that awful crucifying thirst. And then the final stage, the transformation into a snarling, frothing, howling beast that will bite and tear and stand back, Bremond, or I shoot.
Dr. Prezant, by all that is holy, I swear that we are innocent.
Oh, yes, Francois, yes.
Have you no mercy?
I have only advice. There in the drawer, where you failed to find the hatchet, I left a knife.
A knife?
Oh, it's not sharp enough or strong enough to tear open the door or window bars. However, when the mad person attacks the healthy one, the knife will prove useful. Goodbye.
If we only knew which one of us it was.
Oh, not me. He wouldn't have done it to me. He wants me. He wouldn't destroy me. It's you, Rennie. He did it to you.
You're just saying that, Eve. You know in your heart it isn't true. Suspicion has turned his love for you into inhuman hatred. You're the one he'd want to destroy, not me. It's you he's infected, you.
First, just a general feeling of sickness, steadily growing worse.
General feeling of sickness. Steadily growing worse. That's what he said.
What's that you're saying, Eve?
Renee, there's no longer any doubt about it. It was me that he infected.
No. It was me. Just as he said, the symptoms are unmistakable. Why should I lie to myself or you any longer? I'm the victim.
You're sure, Renee? You're positive?
Good to God that I weren't. A general feeling of sickness. Steadily growing worse.
Next will come that awful crucifying thirst. That awful crucifying thirst.
Renee! Where's the water jug?
Why, it was right over here. Empty!
No!
That devil! He must have poured out all the water.
Poured out all the water! And I'm so thirsty. So horribly, terribly thirsty.
You are? Eve, you are? Then you must be the one.
Water! Water, get me water. I've got to have water.
Then, the final stage. The transformation into a snarling, frothing, howling beast that will...
Why do you stand there looking at me, Renee? Water! I've got to have water.
There's nothing I can do, Eve. Nothing.
You've got to do something.
There in the drawer where you failed to find the hatchet, I left a knife.
Water! I've got to have water.
When the mad person attacks the healthy one, the knife will prove useful.
Renee! What are you doing at that drawer?
Why,
Put down that knife, Renee. Put it away. Put it away, do you hear?
Eve, stay away from me. I warn you.
He's going to kill me.
Don't come a step closer.
Kill
If
me
you
with
do,
the
I'll
knife.
have to use this knife.
Must get
We're locked
the
in
knife.
here together, Eve, and there's nothing I can do but use this knife.
Help! Help! Oh!
Doctor, see, I come back.
Yes, my lad. You come back.
Missus, where is she?
Where do you think she is? At the home was Monsieur Bremont, where you took her.
Monsieur Bremont? No, Doctor. Mullet not take Missus anywhere. Mullet get scared of dogs. Run away and leave Missus all alone in forest. Come back now to say very sorry.
Don't lie to me. You took her to Monsieur Bremont yesterday. Yesterday you had probably taken her many times before.
No.
Tell me, Mallard,
No.
how much did she pay you for keeping her secret?
Secret? What secret you talk about?
Don't taunt me about. You lying devil.
Oh,
It won't do any good. I found her with Monsieur Bremont.
who this Monsieur Bremont? Mullet not know.
If you say that once more, I'll flog you.
Huh?
The game is up. I've caught her with her lover and...
Mullet not know what you talk. Yesterday, Mrs. say go with her to village. On way, dog come. Mullet run. Leave Mrs. behind. Now, come back to say very sorry.
A very clever story, Mallard.
Yeah.
And who knows?
Yeah.
I might have been fool enough to believe it, if not for this.
Oh, you get letter.
Yes, a letter. Last night, while visiting Monsieur Bremont's lodge, I found it in a drawer hidden under a box of cartridges. It's in her own handwriting.
Doctor, what letter say?
I couldn't bear to read what my wife wrote to her lover. I haven't read it. But I will now. I'll read it now.
Mrs. very good to Molly. Very good to Molly. Doctor, what is it? Why you...
Rene, everything that once was between us is forgotten and must forever remain that way. Please, I beg you, never come to see me. And if ever we chance to meet, remember, I am Madame Plaisant, and not the girl who... Oh, dear God. What have I done?
Doctor, where you go?
Quick, Barrett, come. Maybe there is yet time.
Let me out, for God's sake, let me out of here!
Yes. Quick, Barrett, help me get the door open.
Mrs.
Dead. How did you expect to find her? So, you killed her?
Yes. I killed her. I was only your instrument. You gave her that monstrous disease.
Eve.
Look at her now. Your wife. Your beautiful young wife. You and your hypodermic needle. You made her into a frothing, howling, biting...
Listen to me. It is true that her blood is on my soul. She was not a victim of hydrophobia.
What?
All that about that hypodermic needle. I made it up. Neither you nor my wife was touched.
To the Wheaties party, eat a lot of Wheaties like the champions do. Dance together, cheek to cheek. This is National Wheaties Week. Eat a lot of Wheaties like the champions do. Wheaties, a breakfast of champions.
Gildersleeve, you may not realize it, but you have the key to my house. And all you have to do to get in on Wednesday nights is turn your radio dial to NBC. You'll meet my little family. There's Leroy.
Hi, Unc.
Hello, Leroy. And then there's our wonderful housekeeper.
What are you doing, talking to yourself?
No, my boy, I'm talking to millions of people.
Oh, good. Can I say something to him?
Well, I suppose so.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the kindest, most generous uncle in the whole world.
Well, thank you.
And just to prove it, he will now cross my palm with a quarter.
Leroy.
I'm going.
That boy.
Miss Gildersleeve!
Yes, Bertie. Bertie's our housekeeper.
One of your girlfriends is on the phone.
Oh? Who is it?
She sounds like a blonde.
I'll be right there. And, folks, on Wednesday nights, you'll meet Mr. Peavy. He isn't here now.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Oh, Peavy! I didn't see you behind me. See you Wednesday night, folks.
You heard Check the Program at oldtimeradiolisten.com.